Welcome to AS Hardware. At its core, a computer is a system that takes physical, analog events and digitizes them. Think of the press of a keyboard switch, the sound of your voice, or the swipe of a magnetic card. The system processes these inputs and pushes them back out into the real world. In this unit, you will master the exact internal operations of the input and output devices that make this possible. You won't just learn what a laser printer or a barcode scanner does, you will learn exactly how they do it, step by step, using the precise technical vocabulary the examiner expects to see on paper 1.
Once data is captured and inside the system, it needs somewhere to live. You will learn to clearly distinguish between primary storage, which the processor accesses directly, and secondary storage, which provides persistent, long-term memory. We will look at why a modern computer architecture absolutely requires both to function. You will compare the lightning-fast but volatile nature of RAM with the permanent but much slower capacity of a hard drive. Understanding this speed gap and how the system manages the flow of data between these two types of storage is a massive part of your hardware theory.
For secondary storage, you need to understand exactly how the hardware physically represents billions of ones and zeros. You will step through the mechanical latencies of magnetic hard drives, where read-write heads hover microscopically close to spinning magnetic platters. You will see how lasers read tiny physical pits and lands on optical discs like CDs, DVDs, and Blu-rays. And you will explore solid-state drives, which trap electrons in NAND flash memory chips with absolutely zero moving parts. More importantly, you will learn to evaluate these distinct technologies against each other, so you can recommend the perfect drive for any given exam scenario. Finally, we move beyond the local machine to explore cloud storage. The modern computing world has aggressively shifted away from storing data exclusively on local hard drives. You will evaluate what happens when we rely entirely on remote, third-party servers accessed over the internet. Cambridge heavily tests your ability to look past the marketing hype of the cloud and weigh the commercial and technical trade-offs. You will learn to balance the benefits of massive scalability and automated backups against serious security risks, data privacy concerns, and total network dependency. By the end of this unit, you will be fluent in the technical vocabulary of computer hardware. You will be able to explain the step-by-step mechanics of key input and output devices. You will know exactly how primary and secondary storage collaborate to run programs. And you will be able to evaluate magnetic, optical, solid-state, and cloud storage to justify the right hardware choices in your exam. When you are ready, move on to the first lesson and let's get started.